ever had the thought of creating art using AI? If you have come to the right place. And this is the simplest way of creating art using AI. Don't believe me? Watch the tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to use APIs like Hugging Face as well as models like Stable Diffusion in order to create some really fantastic generative art. Let's get into it. So, welcome to the coding section of this project. Now, I'll just walk you through the things that we'll be doing in order to just create that generative art. So, firstly, what we'll be doing is getting an access token from Hugging Face, and then we'll be building our model using Google Code. Firstly, I'll want you to go to huggingface.co, create your account, and then once you create it, validate it using the email address. Then settings, then access tokens. Now we will create a new token, give it a name, text to image generator, for example, and then give it some permissions. For now, you can just allow all, although you don't need everything in that token. Okay. So now that a token has generated, let's copy it, and we are done with Hugging Face actually. So now let's start building our model. First, what you will do is update First, what we will do is upgrade the diffusers as well as the transformers model. So transformers model from Hugging Face. Actually, not Hugging Face, Google Colab, my bad. And let's see what happens. Until then, we will import the libraries. We will import torch. We will also import, now from diffusers, import Stable Diffusion pipeline. Okay, and for the safety, import matplotlib .pyplot as created. So done with that. Now I guess it has also finished upgrading the things that we wanted. Okay, so now we will define a parameter class for our model. So class parameters, it should be capital, and now we will pass it some parameters like device would be CUDA, since we are going to be using a GPU. Then we will make a generator, we will pass it the device, and then we will do manual seed 42. Okay, so now we will be doing generation steps as how many steps that the model has to be doing in order to get the final image. That's the generation steps. Then the model, that is Stability AI slash here. Yeah, I always get confused where S is capital and where it's not. So Stable Diffusion 2 is our model. Then size of the image, as we will pass 400, 400 for example. You can set it up at anything. After that, we will use a guidance scale. So we'll be using a guidance scale of 9. After that, we will be using a prompt model in order to give the prompts to the GPT. So prompt models. as GPT-2, not GPT, it's GPT-2. Then we will pass the prompt dataset size as 6, and then the prompt length. Okay, so the prompt length is set to 12, and that's it. Now we will make model and set it up. So image gen model equals to stability, sorry, not stability here, stable diffusion pipeline dot from pre-trained. And now here we will pass the model, that is actually we are passing actually parameter dot, the p should be capital here. So the parameters dot model, that is our model. Then the torch dot, sorry, let's pass the torch d type as torch dot float 16. Then we will do revision for that same data type. So our data type is floating point 16, so fp16 will be here, and I guess I have been giving commas actually. And then we will use auth token, and here your token will be going, the Hugging Face token exactly. And now we will just use the guidance scale, and now we will just use the guidance scale as our parameters dot guidance scale, and that's it. That's it for this, and we'll just run it. After that, I guess we didn't run this. Okay, the upscale icon, I actually did wrong here. It should be capital and done. Okay, so it is now downloading some things required for the Stable Diffusion pipeline, and now we will just pass our image gen model to the device that we are actually going to use. So it is parameters.model, sorry, device. So again, image gen model equals to, not equals to, is device, sorry, to parameters dot device. Exactly. So that's it. Now we will create a function to generate. So def generate, we will pass the prompt and also the model. Then what we will do is image equals to our model dot, we will pass it the prompt, not dot. Okay, we will pass it the prompt, then we will pass it the num inference steps as our parameters value dot gen steps. Okay, then we will pass the generator as torch.generator. I guess the autocomplete is messed up or something else. Okay, so the parameters dot generator will be passed as a generator. After using the generator, let's use the guidance scale from our parameters in order to provide the generator scale guidance. Okay, so parameters dot guidance scale will be our guidance scale, and we are done. We will pass as images 0th image. Okay, then now what we'll do is image is equal to image dot resize, and now we will resize the image as parameters dot size. Okay, after that we will simply return image. That's it. If we run this, let's see, it compiles successfully, and now we will generate the image. So using generate function that we have just created, we will pass it the prompt, the astronaut in space, for example, and we will pass the image and model. If we run this, let's see. I guess what we have, okay, we have forgotten E here. Let's now do that. Okay, so it is actually have started doing the creation of the image. It is going through inference steps as we have given it 35. Let's see how much does it, like how good does it make it. And we should be, like, yeah, we should not be getting an astronaut in this space. That's actually done because I forgot an R here. Remember, GPT-2 is not that much good at converting prompts into the human readable sense, and then again find errors in it and then provide to a computer in a computer understood statements also. So yeah, that's one thing to notice. As you can see, one R has so much difference. That's the thing. It's a good sign that we just countered that issue. So yeah, as you can see, we have just made our first generative art using Stable Diffusion and GPT-2 as our prompt generation tool. So yeah, that's it. And that is it. That was every step of creating a generative art using Stable Diffusion model and Hugging Face. Isn't it funny how small lines of code allow us to generate creativities like these? Don't you think it is a very key aspect of the generative AI community? Hugging Face leverages us with these kind of models. So many models are present there. I have just given you an example. So in order to get information about these models, what you can do is check out the Hugging Face community as well as read their docs. And that is everything. And also, you can try another type of problem using Hugging Face APIs. So I hope you do some research on that and tell me in the comments what you did other than this tutorial. So thank you for watching this video, and like this video if you have found this helpful, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Thank you.